Today we're going to have a career counselor come and speak to you all. It'll be a 30-minute presentation. She'll go ahead and go over all the campus or career service resources, which will be helpful not only for students who maybe are not sure about what major they want to declare, or maybe you're not sure what major, careers come from your major. So she'll go over all those different resources. It will also be helpful for an assignment that'll be due, actually, let me see my calendar here. In about 2 weeks on the 17th. I'll go over that assignment after she presents. So, but this is one of my favorite topics. So I'm really happy that some students showed up today because I think it's super helpful to learn about career development. Let me double check if it's her. No, she should be joining us at 1 o'clock, just in case I was like, some students show up late. Okay, so this is career development. I'll briefly kind of go just a little bit over it. Again, really for today, she's going to take over. So I don't really have anything prepared, but I did wanted to go over this, which is the career development wheel. Essentially, one thing about career development is it often does fluctuate, which I think is something that a lot of people don't realize. I think more so now, but in the past, oftentimes people would think, oh, I'm going to pick this major that'll lead me to this career and this job, and then I'm going to stay at that job forever until I retire. But times have changed, and I think more so in this generation, a lot of people tend to leave their careers or their jobs within like 5 years and switch it to something different, which I think is super great because, as humans, we tend to change and evolve. And, sometimes like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, we were completely different people from what we are now. So career development, it really does kind of follow you until like you're older. And like I said, you sometimes will see that people will switch careers like when they're in 30 years old, 40 years old, or even older than that. So it is very common to do that. It's also very common to stay, right? Which we all wish we were like that, where we find a career, we find a major that leads into a career, that leads into the job, and we love the job and we stay at the job for like ever. I mean, that's sometimes I think a lot of people really, really would like. But I also want to normalize that it's okay if like years from now you end up switching to a different career or a different job opportunity, maybe based on where you're at. So again, she might go over a little bit about that, but if not, I did wanted to kind of briefly talk about career development because again, it's a topic I personally enjoy. So the wheel really it's separated in four domains. It's know yourself, which encompasses these areas right here. So this is great for students who really have no idea what they want to do. Like they're kind of like either undecided or indecisive, which is two different things, right? Undecided is like you really have no clue. Indecisive is like maybe you're debating between two majors or two different careers, and you're trying to be like, how do I narrow it down? How do I figure it out? This is where you would start. Know yourself. You would maybe look at values, like your values, interests, strengths, traits. And these you could sometimes take assessments, kind of like what we did a couple weeks ago with the values. And then also the assessments we recently took, like a learning style assessment and things like that. So if you ever feel like you're someone who maybe doesn't know where to start in regards to choosing a major, then you may want to start with knowing yourself and maybe thinking about taking some assessments like personality assessments, and usually the career center does offer those. So sorry, let me go ahead and move my little chat here. Sergio, sure. Would you mind when the career counselor comes in that maybe we can speak privately? Let me know if that's okay, Sergio. Okay, yeah, thanks for letting me know. And then the other domain is explore options. So like once you kind of have maybe an idea of where you want to go, then, oops, sorry. Then you may want to go ahead and start looking at different occupations, different majors, industry, things like that, degrees. And then after that, you'll go into get focus. So once you, again, know yourself, maybe start researching some options, then you start putting those options into actions. You know, you may start setting goals for yourself. Maybe you will say, I'm thinking for sure I want to decide on this particular major or this particular career. And then after that would be taking action, which is the last step of like gaining experience, job search tools, maybe connecting with employers. Okay, so some people might end up going like this way, right? And then sometimes you might not have to go through all of these. Maybe you already know yourself, you already know what major you want or career, so maybe you just have to do these two or maybe just this domain. So don't necessarily you have to go through all these steps. You could just maybe focus on one. Okay. And then Sienna, yes, I did receive your assignment and you should have gotten graded for it, but if not, then I could double check. Okay. All right, so some news and reminders. So there will be no live class this Thursday, so October 7th, but the time management journal is due, okay? So if you're not sure what this one is, it's on Canvas. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Okay. So it would be under week 4, time management and learning style. So you guys are going to be writing 3 journals in total, 2 of which are going to be worth 25 points. And then the last journal, I've kind of combined it to like a reflection journal. So it'll be worth 75 points. Okay. So this one's due on Thursday, and you just have to answer these 5 questions. Okay. The first question, I do want you all, it does say, how many times did you apply the strategy this week? Or, you know, depending on which assessment you chose for your time management, if it was the calendar or the ABC or the brain one or the learning style, whatever you end up choosing, how many times did you actually apply it in the past week? And I want you to be honest. I'm not going to deduct points if like you only applied it once, like in the week. It's okay. You know, so just be honest with it. I'm not going to deduct up points for not doing like or not applying it. So yeah, just try to answer these questions. I'm not looking for, again, big paragraphs as long as you answer the question. And then I do want you to attach like a picture or a screenshot of what the actual action is. So again, if you did the ABC to-do list, just attach maybe like a little post-it note or a little paper of your to-do list, and then that'll be it. Okay. Does anybody have questions in regards to the journal that is due this Thursday? Okay. Let me double check. Can you guys upload anything? No. Okay. So let me switch this. Okay. Now you guys should be able to upload. So you can upload either text, because I think last time one of the assignments you weren't unable to do so, but you can upload a text, right, where you could type in your questions, and then you could always insert a picture of your, you know, to-do list or whatever it is that you're doing, or you can upload with like a Word document or PDF or whatever that you have. Okay, so this is out of 25 points total. And then next week, October 12th, we're going to start one of the biggest assignments in this class, which is the EdPlant assignment. Now, this one, it's going to really span for the next couple of weeks, or at least 2 to 3 class times. So we'll be working during class, doing the ed plan assignment. This one, it's where you essentially pick classes for like the spring semester of next year, but also courses for the, the next following year. So fall 2022, if you're planning to take summer classes, what classes does those look like? We're also going to go over IGETC if you're planning to transfer, whether you're planning to transfer to a Cal State or a UC, maybe you're thinking of doing a private university. So what are the requirements for those? So we're going to dive into that. So just know that it will be really hands-on for the next couple of weeks of the ed plan. I'm also going to have office hours for this particular assignment. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I had office hours. And if you don't know what those are, really, it's a walk-in, or I guess drop-in because it's virtual, right? Where you come in and then in like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I can answer any questions that you have, okay? It's one-on-one, so there isn't another student in there. If there is, I tend to break you off into a smaller group so that I can just talk to you personally. So for the ed plan assignment, I definitely would recommend if you could attend for the walk-ins or the office hours if you have any questions, because this is an assignment that I really want you guys to understand and grasp it and everything like that, because I think it's really important to know, what are the requirements to transfer if that's your goal. If your goal is just to get an associate's here or maybe just get a certificate, we could also work on that as well. Okay. All right, so the career counselor is here in the waiting room. So I'm gonna go ahead and admit her, but any questions, please let me know through chat. If you have any questions for the career counselor, feel free to also, send her messages and things like that. I'll ask her what she prefers. I don't know if she prefers for you guys to unmute yourself or if she prefers chat messages, but I'll ask her. But definitely, this is a great opportunity if you have any questions related to major or career, okay? But before I let her in, any questions? I know Sergio, I'll see if I can break us off into a breakout room. So let me actually create those before I let her in. Okay. And Sergio. And okay, so Sergio, I'll meet you in maybe the next 5 minutes or so. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and admit her. Hi, good afternoon, Jenna. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Angie. It's great to be here. Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
I think they're very
They're very quiet. Yeah. So you guys have me for 30 minutes. Angie, is there anything that in particular, and by the way, I saw your email, you're a CSUN grad.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I use the Zoom for that one because it has a little bit more features. So you probably also noticed that it opened up. But yeah, I'm a CSUN grad.
Well,
so.
congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
So am I, but a long, long time ago.
Oh,
Year
definitely.
2000. Greg Jackson was my my professor. So
Okay. Oh, I know about him. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, he was one of the greats. So.
Yeah, he's legendary. I
Yes,
know. I know.
yes.
When did you graduate, Angie?
2017. So
Okay.
from
All
my
right.
master's program, yeah. So it's been a
Oh,
while here, but so you did your master's there at Northridge?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
that's
I did my
nice.
master's at Northridge, but it was back in the day where they had the career counseling master's. So
Oh,
I did the
yeah.
career counseling one. So
Oh, nice. I
yeah,
heard that was a great one to
it
do.
was a great program. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So Angie, is there anything in particular? I mean, of course, I can go through our quick Counseling 20 presentation. I can talk about the career, which covers the Career Services Center. Is there anything in particular that you really want me to cover in the 30 minutes that you have me?
I think just the the Counseling 20, that presentation, I really wanted them to know about the resources. I'm
Right.
having them gonna do the major exploration. So the
Great.
Choice 360, maybe kind of doing a little demo of how that looks like and how to
Okay.
access it if there's time for that.
I
We'll see.
remember my password. No, it's like,
uh,
ah,
or
I'm
any
sure.
other resources like ONED, or
Okay.
things like where maybe we don't need a password to get in, because I know that there's instructions on how to log in for the
Sure.
students. So
Right.
but yeah, so whatever
Okay.
you want to talk about. I do want to ask in regards to questions, do you want to leave them at the end? Are you okay with having them asked throughout? Where would you
You guys, I'm happy with having you ask throughout, and also unmuting, and or also put it in the chat. And maybe Angie, if you don't mind, kind of monitoring the chat, that'd be great.
Okay.
So, um, anyways, all right, you guys. So I'm gonna jump because really fast, because first we only have 30 minutes, and that's what you thought, Angie, right? That's what you requested.
Yeah, but I don't know how busy you are. I mean, we could do more than that.
You're
So if
right.
so you let me know. But I only requested 30 because I didn't want to take too much of your time. But if you
Okay.
go over that, that is totally fine.
Okay. Yeah, so in the future you can ask for an hour,
Oh,
with no
okay.
problem. So
Okay, thank you.
definitely ask for an hour, because like I have a 1:30 student.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna have to jump. All right, you
Okay.
guys, so let's roll. Let's do this really quickly. First of all, as you heard, or you can see on my Zoom, my name is Jenna Gaussman. I've been here 20 years, which is kind of unbelievable to me. And absolutely love SMC. Angie and I both know you have different choices. I'm going to sound like an ad here, but you have different choices to pick. I pass at least 4 community colleges to come to SMC and work here. And as you see, I'm actually in my office, at SMC.
Oh,
So this is so
nice.
fun. I come here now 2 days a week. So,
Oh,
um,
yay.
so if you were to come in and meet with a career counselor, no, we would be here on ground for you, and on Zoom. So we're going to probably be in the future offering both, for sure. So, but the Career Services Center, just in the interest of time, I'm just going to hopefully, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to lecture a little bit to you. But in the interest of time, academic counselor and career counselor. So an academic counselor, you'll sit down in the chair. Well, back in the day when we used to sit down in the chair, you'll be on the Zoom call, and the academic counselor will ask you 2 questions, right? What is your major? Where do you want to transfer to? It's kind of 3. What is your educational goal, right? The career counselor, which is, we have 10 career counselors here, by the way, that were available for appointments Monday through Fridays. We ask you more about, where did you go to high school? What are your interests? Where's your heart? Where is your engagement? Where do you want to spend 40 plus hours a week? And what do you want to be doing with your life? And what's the impact and the purpose you want to leave, as you move through your life. So that's kind of the difference of the career versus academic. And in career, you get to explore. You get to explore yourself, majors, and occupations. And you have an assignment. Angie, how many points is the assignment worth?
120. I believe.
120.
Yeah.
So you don't want to miss this assignment, you guys. So 120 points. And if you think about it, this is just the entrance in to exploring yourself, majors, and occupations. So what percentage, actually, I'll get to that in a minute. So there's actually a career development process we take you through, which is basically in Counseling 12, which is our career planning class offered every semester. You know yourself, you get to take all those fun assessments that you always hear about, the Myers-Briggs, the Strong Interest Inventory, the values, the skills, you get to take all those. You get to explore options within those areas. I really focus on industry. I really want you, everyone in this room right now, I want you to think about, if I could wave my magic wand and you could go work for any company in the world, what would it be? Who would it be? And why? So, what would be your why? If it's Tesla, why? If it's Apple, why? If it's Netflix, why? you know, but I want you to just start thinking, if you had 2 or 3, if I could also look at your Instagram account, who do you follow? I mean, I'm such a nerd. I shouldn't say this, but I actually follow, like, half of my people I follow on Instagram are SMC clubs because I love SMC so much, and I'm so committed to my students, and I want to see what's happening. I want to hook people up, and here, you know, and I have a student coming on campus. She met with me, and I'm not saying this happens, like, this has not happened. Well, it has happened several times in my 20 years here. Had an appointment with me. She got this email from admissions, and she goes, "Is this real? Is this spam?" And I go, "Nope, it's from our dean. It's from our VP of admissions." I'm like, "You know what? Just apply for this little scholarship. Just see if you qualify. See if you get it." She's coming on campus tomorrow, you guys, to pick up. So the two of us are thinking, like, "Oh, she's going to get $100 or $200 to help pay for books." She got $1,200.
Oh, wow.
So she's coming on campus tomorrow, not through financial aid, but through a grant that the college has. And it was because she was engaging with me, but then she not just engaging with Jenna, but she also went the extra mile and applied for this program. And so and I think, you know, and that's why Instagram also is so valuable, because it will give you opportunity and let you see things that maybe you're not aware of. Okay. And it just gives you opportunities. We also, the Career Services Center, oh, maybe I can put that in the chat. See, I'm going to run out of time, Angie.
Sorry.
Let's see. I should know that if you follow the Career Services Center too, we post, like, we actually have Getty coming to our campus. We have Mattel. We have Google. We have Amazon. We have these huge companies coming onto our campus. For internships, which I'll get to in a minute. So it's SMC Career Center. This is on Instagram. Let me put, Angie, can you put that in the chat?
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's just, for Instagram, it's SMC Career Center. It's pretty easy. All right. The hardest part of the whole career planning process is getting focused. It's decision-making, action planning. I think so many of us are afraid to make a decision. We're afraid that it's going to be the wrong decision. But I say make a decision instead of no decision, because we don't want you to be, you know, we want you to move forward with your career journey. Taking action. A lot of students think this is the hardest, but it's the easiest, but it just takes a long time. You know, you got to figure out your colleges of transfer. You have to gain experience. You have to get the resume. In fact, I was just a couple minutes late because I was helping a student with a resume. So you have to kind of get your toolbox ready, but it's not hard, but it always takes longer than you expect. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, look at all those words. So step 1, knowing yourself. Definitely you can meet with a career counselor. And Angie, is that part of your assignment? To meet with it, or is it extra credit?
Extra credit this time around, yes.
Okay, so let me put in the chat. So if you want to meet with a career counselor, 434-4337. Here's our phone number, or the better way is email, which is Career Center at smc.edu. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Angie, do you mind double checking what our general email is? It'll be on our website, or you could just Google Career Center SMC.
Okay, let me see.
So definitely do the email, you guys. You'll have a faster response. And in here, you need to say your name, time, day of the week, and time, and student ID. All right. Is the email careercenter@smc.edu?
It's career services. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat.
All right, cool. Thanks. So definitely meet with a career counselor. Like I said, I talked to you guys about that. Internships are super important, regardless of what you're majoring in. It just gives you what we call experiential learning, and it starts to build your resume. You can explore majors by looking at class descriptions, textbooks, or even syllabi. I really highly recommend, and I know Angie does as well, take some of those I call them the ones, the gateway courses. Take Psych 1, take Media Studies 1, take Soc 1, take what else? Anatomy. I have a student who's interested in nursing but isn't quite sure. So I recommend that she take anatomy next spring because she needs it for her GE anyways. To see if she likes it. Begin developing a resume. All right, we did all this. Attend job fairs. All right, so that's that. Let's see what else do I have here. Job versus career. A career, as you know, is professional growth. And Angie and I know everyone in this room is here because why? Because you want to make more money. That's why I went to college. I'll just be completely candid. I wanted a career versus a job. And so it's more professional growth. It is income-wise, it is higher. Individuals with a bachelor's degree, 4-year degree, make $1 million over a lifetime versus those with a high school degree. So here's the limit major, which you will be doing in your, as part of your assignment. Because what's really cool about this is maybe you don't know what you want to do, but you always know what you don't want to do. Always. Mm-hmm. It's such an interesting perspective because students used to come into my office and it was always like, Jenna, I have no idea what I want to do. I'm just so confused. And I would give them this and in 7 minutes they'd be like, okay, there's like 5 things that I'm interested in. So it kind of it whittles it down really tight. Here's 360. Let me see if I can pop in here. So this is going to be uh-oh, yikes. Page not found. Choices 360. So we have on the internet, and actually the college pays for this. We actually have, it's called an occupational database. So let's see if this works. So an occupational database is basically an area that will give you information about, I'm not gonna be able to log in.
I'm wondering, because I can log in. Would you mind if I maybe share my screen and then you can tell me where to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So why don't we do that?
Can you see it?
Yep. Oh, you're already logged in.
Mm-hmm. Just in case. I know earlier you said I may not be able to. I'm like, okay, I'll log in.
Yeah. So do you want to go to career planning? Yeah. Let's go to explore careers. And then, so there's a couple ways you guys can find a career. So I'm going to let Angie pick a career title since she's the one who's managing the screen right now. So you can definitely, if you could click on browse careers, view an A to Z list. Okay. There you go. So this is literally all the careers they have, you guys, which is just like, it's huge. It's ginormous. Yeah. But if you're just really exploring and you just want to kind of cruise through it and look at them, it's pretty cool. And then the best thing to do is to go do a search. Do a search and type in, what's your career title, Angie?
Well, I guess counselor.
Counselor, okay. So now she typed in counselor, and so there's adoption, bereavement, credit, eating disorder, educational counselor. There we are. So you click on your career, and then if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, you get to see a video. Actually, I think if you just scroll down, Angie, it's going to give you, they changed the website during COVID. This is nice. And Angie, as a professor, you want them to talk about education, salary, and
for the most part, yeah, and then just like what are some skills needed maybe, or but yeah, for the most part, salary, and then maybe some other related similar careers, which is right here in
Right.
this area.
So I believe the assignment says you need to come up with 3 relate and like other careers.
Mm-hmm.
So you see there, actually, I'm on there, career counselor.
Yeah.
But also you could be a guidance counselor, a school counselor, an academic counselor. And then on the right-hand side, if you want to click on Money and Outlook, and this is, and then you can actually select the state. Do you want them to do it by state? Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
So then here, if you, you'll see Los Angeles. It actually is a little bit further. It should be in here.
There it is.
There it is. So there you have Los Angeles, and there's the salary data for an educational counselor. Are you guys shocked? We make more than you realize, huh? Especially at the community college. We are we're a best kept secret in many ways.
Yeah.
So this is something that your professor does want you to do. And then if you, Angie, if you could scroll down, like, yeah, keep scrolling. This is now also tells you what is the employment outlook. All jobs are trending one way or another. And as you can see, the California's outlook is 20%, which actually, you guys, I don't see that at all.
No. Yeah.
It's usually like 5 to 12.
Uh-huh.
So it tells you that there's a lot of openings in this area. My take as a career counselor, a lot of retirements. I think people are, we have a lot of, we have a high we have a high population here in California. So that's pretty cool. And actually we'll say Los Angeles. So in Los Angeles is 17%, which is just still incredibly high,
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. So there's 9,000 counselors here, 17% projected growth. Yeah. 151 openings. So you guys can see that. So that's part of your assignment too, is figuring out that. And then you do see the national earnings, and you can see how California is definitely a lot higher than other states. So, all right. And then you want to click on skills needed, or no, what to learn. Let's do what to learn. So this is your education beyond high school. You guys heard me talking to Angie. Both of us have our master's degree from Cal State Northridge. There it is. It's right there. Education, training, and experience are required. The master's degree is required to apply for like a high school counselor, a college counselor, elementary school counselor. And these are more, I don't want to say more, these are academic, this is career. By the way, this is not a therapist. So that's a completely different world. This is not a therapist, like a marriage family therapist, like someone that you might meet in our health and wellness, or a licensed clinical social worker. Anything else you want them to look at on this, Angie?
Maybe the interviews over here.
Yeah, that's a great. And I will reset my password tomorrow.
So here, I guess it has, people's experiences working in these particular fields, I believe. That's nice.
Yeah. And then then they have usually a short video of people that are actually in the occupation. So, in all honesty, doing the search, like you would on YouTube or Google, is kind of the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Is, a career title that you're interested in. And then you're going to write about that, and you're going to find out that information. And then Angie's going to teach you how to do assist and how to do your major exploration. Because the other big part about this, if you go, you don't have to go back, Angie, but if you could stop the screen and I'll go back to mine. The other cool thing is that when you look at the education requirement, really notice if it's required that you major in psychology. I was a business major, and I'm a college counselor? Angie, what was your undergrad? Your four-year?
Mine was psychology because I thought that was, but you're right. Other people do different
Yeah,
majors and still are counselors. Yeah.
right. So, so there's just there's such a range, which I'm hoping my little, hold on, you guys. Um, ah, there it is. I'm hoping this shows that in a minute. The percentage of us that are in careers unrelated to, so Angie, actually, your professor is in a career related to her undergrad. Most people, are you ready? And I wish I had more time, but 73%. 73% of individuals are in careers not related to their four-year degree.
Wow.
Not 50%, not even 20%, 73. Because as a business major, I should be in marketing. You guys would think marketing, not HR, finance and accounting, right? So I don't want you to stress so much about your major. I want you to get the best GPA that you can. I want you to be engaged. We want you to stay in school. We want you to finish, but we do want you to be targeted as to what you're going to do. And that's what the career counselors can do here at SMC. So you can kind of see here, we do all the best fit for you. We do help you choose a major. We help you do career exploration. We help you find internships. And we also help you find employment. So I want you to start thinking, many of you work probably right now. Start thinking about, where could I work that is going to be in alignment with what I want to do as a career? Like if I want to become a doctor or a dentist, can I become a receptionist, part-time receptionist? If I want to become a lawyer, can I become a part-time receptionist at a law office? Of course you can, and then you get to network, you get to meet people, you get to kind of connect with others, you get to see what the industry is like before you dive in 120%. So, all right, that was the fastest presentation I've ever done. And internships, you guys are definitely where you do typically work for free. Is more and more and more we're seeing them being paid, which is great. But and most of them are on Zoom. So a lot of my students have gotten some really cool internships, like up in Silicon Valley and things like that.
Wow.
All right, do you guys I have a couple of minutes for a couple of questions. Does anyone have any questions?
I don't think I see any in the chat.
I don't see anything.
Okay. Okay.
Well, Elmer, is it Elmarie or Nicole? I love your anime. So I love the picture. I love your avatar. So yeah, avatars are really, really important. So,
Yeah.
as professors, we like to see your faces and we like to see even what you pick. And Jose, can you tell us about this kitty that you're holding? It looks like, I call it a marmalade cat. I have a marmalade cat at home. Is your kitty orange and kind of white? He was a rescue. Nice. Is he a kitten or how old is your kitty? Ginger. Yeah. Boy or girl, Jose? It's a boy. What's his name? I love the chat. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose's not going to tell us the name.
Oh,
oh come on. Before I
cliffhanger.
sign off to go see my student. Jose, what's your cat's name? I'm a big cat person. So, there it is.
Oh, Ginger.
Ginger. Oh, it's perfect.
That's cute.
That's perfect. Yeah. No, you guys, I was on a USC. This was crazy. I was on a USC engineering information session yesterday. I was just, anyways, it's not a long story. My son's maybe an engineer. USC is not the right school for him, but anyways. And the head of engineering, Angie, you'll love this. The head of engineering is like at some stable somewhere, and he has his horse Rosie behind him. I mean, it
So
was a
cute.
horse, not a cat or a dog,
Just
or
coming in.
a cat, a bird.
Yeah.
It was this huge horse that kept poking her head through. And I'm like,
Oh,
damn, I need to up my game.
I
I
know.
gotta up my game. I don't have a horse.
I don't have a horse.
You know?
They're like
What do
maybe
I
a
have
little
in my
llama.
office that's interesting? I have skateboarders. I've got Oscar Meza, who's a professional skateboarder from Mexico City. I have all my students' graduation tickets.
That's cool, a
Anyway,
skateboarder. Wow. Did you
yeah, no.
skate? Is that why you're like interested in that? Or
My
oh.
son skated, and then one of my past students is a skateboarder. Let's see, that's Emerald. Hold
Ah.
on, Emerald. Where's Emerald? Emerald's in the green picture in the background. And then
Ah.
Oscar actually did jump. If you've been on campus, you know where P3 is by the business building. So Oscar Meza actually skated down the rail of our steps, almost got caught by our police.
Oh.
And almost got thrown off campus. He had his film crew and everything. And I just started, by the way, I started DMing him on Instagram. Next thing I know, I did a lecture series. Actually, I'll put it in the chat right now. So I put it in the lecture series, and I ended up with another professional skater, Fabian Alamar, who's, so I have my 29-year-old and my 49-year-old. But it was a great talk. And it was
Oh,
just about
wow.
pursuing life, pursuing your dream. Oscar didn't make it to the Olympics, but he was on the Mexican team, and he had to go to trials, and they only took 13 skaters for the Olympic. They needed to up that. So anyway, so now I buy Oscar's art. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. So
Okay.
Angie, do you have anything else you want me to talk about?
No, it's okay. I know you have to head out, but thank you so much for coming in. Next time, for sure, I'll do the hour. I wasn't sure
Oh,
how long I could, but for sure, next time I'll do the hour. So thank you so
yeah,
much
and
for your advice.
actually, and also the other thing is hold on. See, look, my YouTube has started. Control C. This is, I know it's 2 hours, but just watch. The first hour is the best part, by the way. And also the video show that we put together for them. But what else was I going to say? Also, Angie, feel free to sorry, you guys got lucky because it's extra credit, but you can actually require your students to make an appointment with us.
Yeah, I used to, but I know with the, online, I feel like a lot of students were, getting a little confused. And so I was like, okay, this is the first time I'm doing the extra credits. I wanted to see how it would be. But I always encourage them. Yeah, I think a lot of students who end up being like, it's just so beneficial and they really, really enjoy it and learn a lot.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be flexible this time around, and that's why.
Well, sorry, you said go where?
To the Career Center, the Career Services, to make an appointment with the career counselor.
So Angie will put it in Canvas probably as an extra credit assignment, but we hope to see many of you. We have 10 career counselors. We have appointments Monday through Friday. And like I said, the conversation is completely different. If anything, take Counseling 12. Like I mentioned, take Counseling 12, which is offered every semester, which is our career planning class. And we are offering on ground. And you know what, you guys, I'm one of a few teachers that came on ground for this fall. And my students are just loving it. I can't kick them. I can't get them out of class. I actually have to kick them out of class. And then they go out into the quad and they hang out with each other. They play cards. They've exchanged phone numbers. And even if it's just one class, I understand that distance learning is easy. It's simple. You get to stay at home in your pajamas all day, but it's been really, really valuable for so many of my students. And it's just made me as a counselor so happy to see them so engaged. So, and in the spring, the college is shooting for 50% of our classes to be on ground. And in the winter, we're shooting for 33%. And then starting October 11th, Angie may not know this, but starting October 11th, which is next Monday, we are doing appointments like on ground for financial aid and admissions. You know, those tough to kind of get a hold of people, but super important for you guys. So they're going to be October 11th. We're doing a soft launch of having students come into the student services building.
Yay.
I know.
That's exciting. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, I didn't know at all.
Yeah, and you still don't get to see me in person, unfortunately, unless you take my class. So,
which I will
anyway.
recommend.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a great day. And
Thank
please watch
you.
Oscar and Fabian. It's a great video. Just the
Thank
first hour. The second hour they keep repeating themselves, but the first hour is amazing. All right, bye you guys. Bye, Angie. Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. All right. So sorry, I know that was a little rushed. I didn't know I could do an hour, and if I would have known, I would have done the hour. But hopefully you all were able to gather some information. Again, with career, I just think it's just one of the greatest topics that you can go into, and how she mentioned there's just a lot that goes around with. So towards the end, she did mention about the career counselor appointment. So in the past, I used to have it as a mandatory thing, but I did find that some students had trouble with making appointments, and then they wouldn't turn that in and they would lose points. So I really wanted to be more flexible this time around. So I'm not making a requirement to meet with the career counselor. But if you do, which I would encourage you guys to do, you do get extra credit. You actually get 25 points extra credit, because to me, career again is something that I just find so important that I think you can benefit with just going and once, and you might even want to go again of how much information you can gather. So so I'm gonna kind of segue to the career project to talk about that, and then I know I have a couple of students who have questions, so I'll try to end again everything by 1:50 so that those two students I can answer their questions. Okay. So let me go ahead and go over the career assignment. Now, with the career assignment, again, it is going to be due October 17 for that one in particular. But this is one of those assignments that I will be flexible with, especially if you personally do end up meeting with the career counselor and maybe the appointment is past October 17 and, you know, things like that. Again, just communicate with me. I just want to make sure you guys take full advantage of the resources as well as this particular assignment. So this is an assignment that I will be a little bit more flexible if you need more time to complete it, because that's how much I think it's super valuable. You just have to email me, okay? So let me go. It is already posted on Canvas. I did post it up, I believe, this morning. It'll be under week 6 career major. Here's other resources for the career project. So she already went over the Choice 360. Again, if you want to use this one in particular, here's how you can access and activate an account. And then other resources like ONET. This is also where you can find information about salary and things like that. Most of the stuff is going to be found on Choice 360, just kind of how we went over, but I wanted to give you more resources just in case. This is the Major. So this one, I'm not going to require you to do it, but it's more for students who maybe are not sure what major you want to declare. So you kind of maybe just start thinking about it, then this is something that could be really helpful and useful, which she kind of briefly went over it, but don't worry, I'm not going to require for you to submit it. But essentially what you do is you look through all these different majors and you circle your top 5 majors. Okay, and then this could just at least narrow it down, kind of like what she shared about. You often maybe don't know, you know, what you want to do, but you usually know when you don't like something. So this helps for those students who maybe not sure what major they want to pursue. And then in regards to the project or the assignment, here's an example, by the way, so you could look at that as well. Okay. So it's going to be 3 different parts to this assignment, which is why I say it might take you a long time. I think 2 weeks is enough if you know how to spread it out. But again, if you need an extra week, just email me. So the first part is that you're going to select a major you wish to explore. So again, you can use the Alumni Major activity for some suggestions, or if you've already declared a major, then you can just stick with that one if that's the one that you want to continue exploring. You're going to give me the title of the major, a brief description of what the major is about in your own words. Please don't cut and paste. Just do a best of try to describe it. Then you're going to give me the name of the transfer school or university if you're planning to transfer out. If your particular major only requires an associate's degree or just a certification, then you could just put SMC for this question. And then this is the part that does take some time, which is that you're going to list all the major coursework at SMC for your major. So for example, if you're majoring in psychology, you're going to give me all the classes that count for psychology. Okay, you're going to give me the title, the name, how many units, and then just a brief description of what the class is about. Okay. If you're transferring, you want to go ahead and give me 3 courses that you'll be taking when you transfer to that school. So for example, if I'm transferring to CSUN, I will be taking Psych 301. Same thing, give me the title, the units, and a brief description. If you're not transferring, you could just put will not transfer as your answer, and you don't have to do the rest of this. Okay. I'm really just looking for major classes, so don't include GE courses. For the most part, just major, because GEs would be too much. I think it would be way too much. And then if you are trying to get information of what classes you need to transfer, I don't know if anybody's familiar with this website, but it's assist.org. This website does show you courses that are transferable to the university and everything like that. So again, you can use this to figure out if there's a particular class you need to take in order to transfer to like CSUN. So I'll probably revisit this again in the future, but just to show a quick little demo. So you would put Santa Monica as the community college you're attending. And then here you would put the school you're transferring. So if I'm transferring to Northridge, I put Northridge. You would click View Agreement. Here you can select by major or department. Department, really, it will show you mostly GEs, and then major, it will show you, again, just major specific classes. So if I want to put psychology, you can click View Agreement. And essentially, it'll tell you that these over here are the courses at Northridge, and these are the Santa Monica courses. So if I want to transfer to Northridge, I have to make sure to take these classes right here. The Psych, Intro Psych, Psych 250, which is Human Behavior, and a Statistics. So here at Santa Monica, these are the classes I would need to be enrolled in order for it to count for this particular class at CSUN. Okay, so this could be helpful because sometimes when you're looking at the major and like the Santa Monica catalog and everything like that, there's options where it says choose one, and then they'll give you like a huge list and you're like, well, which one do I choose? Then this could be helpful to figure out, maybe depending on the school you're transferring to, they may require a specific course. Okay, so again, this could be really helpful for that. And then of course, you could always just go to the website, the school website. So if you're planning to transfer to UCLA or maybe a private university, you could always just go to their website and see what courses you need to take when you transfer over there. Okay, so that'll be part A. For part B, I'm gonna have you take an assessment. I know it seems like a lot, 60 questions, but it'll go by really fast, trust me. And then here's the link for that. So you just click on the link, and then it'll ask you a couple of questions like this. It'll give you a statement, and then, you know, do you agree with it, disagree, and you just kind of answer them. It'll go by really fast. Like, it's only 5 pages, so although 60 questions seems like a lot, it's doable. I did it in 5 minutes, so. Once you finish the assessment, you're going to take a screenshot of your results. This just ensures that you actually did the assessment. Okay, so just take a screenshot and then you're going to paste it onto the Word document, and then you're going to answer these questions right here. Okay. And then the last part is C. This is research a career. So you're going to research any career of your choice. It does not have to be related to your major, just how Jenna said. Oftentimes, your major doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lead to that career. I mean, she did business and she's a counselor. So if, let's say, your major is psychology, but you want to do something in business, then you could research something in business. So it doesn't have to be related to your major. You can use any of these websites. The Choice 360 is the one we showed earlier, but there's other websites here that you can gather information. And then you're just going to answer these questions as well. Okay? So again, if you need maybe an example, you could always go to the one where it says example of career and major assignment, and it'll break it down for you. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So again, I know this one's going to take a while. Again, I would encourage you to meet with the career counselor, especially when it comes to maybe learning about the salary or the educations. Like, they can definitely help you with that when you meet with the career counselor. Yes, Santa, yes, the Zoom is recorded, including the portion where Jenna, the career counselor, I recorded all of it today. So definitely you guys can rewatch the whole video again. And, you know, if there's any questions, you could always just email me. All right, so that's pretty much it for today. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to be on top of it in my emails and everything like that. So if I haven't, I apologize, but just email me with any questions. And like I said, if you needed like an extra week to submit the career assignment, I'm fine with it. Just let me know. Okay, just email me saying, hi, Professor Angie, I think I need an extra week. I know it's a lot that I'm asking you for, but I, again, personally think this is one of those best assignments, and I really want you guys to take your time in doing it correctly, because I think it could be really, really useful for the future. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the extra credit is on there as well. So you just need to meet with a career counselor. Usually they'll give you like an email confirmation. So if you do end up meeting with the career counselor and, you know, and everything, you could just upload the email confirmation where it says extra credit. Sorry, that's the last thing I'll show you guys. I can find it. So right here it says meet with the career counselor. Okay, so I'm gonna make it 25 points, because again, I really think it's super helpful just to go. So it's a big extra credit assignment, in my opinion. You don't necessarily have to talk about the career project. If you go and meet with the career counselor to talk about internships, job employment, maybe interviews or resume, because I do have another extra credit for resume right here. So you could do 2 in 1. You can go meet with the career counselor, and then you could also, you know, get a resume, and you could get like 50 points just for those 2 parts, you know. Yeah, I just want you guys to go. But again, I didn't make it a requirement. I just made it extra credit. So, all right. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let me know. I'm going to talk to 2 students, Sergio and Jimena, if she didn't leave. But everyone is free to go. And again, we'll see each other next week, October 12th. No class this Thursday, but I will be on my emails. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and let me know. Okay?
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. 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 All right, so let me open all the rooms, and then Jimena, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Jimena.